Hi, good afternoon. I'm Reese, this is Max, and we're with TreviPay. TreviPay is a global B2B payments network. We operate in 32 countries, 19 currencies, with 200,000 sellers and buyers processing over $6 billion in payments annually. Historically, our network has been focused on white label trade finance programs for large enterprise suppliers such as Best Buy, Staples, Lenovo, Choice Hotels, Packard, just to name a few. Recently, TreviPay announced the launch of an exciting new B2B payments network, one that was designed specifically for financial institutions and the small business customers they serve. Our new small business supplier payments network represents the next step in the evolution of small business financial services, one that is capable of eliminating the small business supplier's trade credit burden, much like credit cards did for retailers. Now, what is that burden? It's the fact that every day our small business suppliers act as a bank for their business customers. Oftentimes, these business customers are much larger than they are. In fact, in the U.S., they extend $5 trillion in trade credit annually, financing less than 15% of those extensions and waiting an average of 51 days to get paid. Trade credit is the original buy now, pay later solution, but it's an impediment to these suppliers' limited working capital, and it represents an impediment to their growth and resiliency. What the suppliers really need are real-time, risk-free, debt-free payments, much like our retailers enjoy every day when taking a credit card. However, their business buyers demand trade credit, whether large or small, because it's an intrinsic part of their working capital stack. The Small Business Supplier Payments Network delivers both seamlessly and so much more. Hey, Max, are you ready to roll?
Let's go.
All right. Today, Max is a sales rep for Supply Depot, who is a customer of First Street Bank. In the network supplier apps, Supply Depot can see all of their prospective or existing buyers and all of their invoice-related transactions. As an authorized user, Max can go in and qualify a new buyer to purchase on invoice terms. Max?
Well, I'm a salesperson, so I'm going to go in here and qualify Times Grill. I have my first sales call with them tomorrow, and I'd like to offer them 60-day terms with a $50,000 trade credit limit. You know, this is really great because the real-time buyer qualification decisions are much easier than our old back-office process. And by qualifying before the sale, my company and sales team can sell with confidence knowing we'll get paid.
They sure can. Our network focuses on the seller's selling power. When Supply Depot receives this approval, they know they can sell to their buyer up to $50,000 of goods and services on trade credit terms of 30 or 60 days at a known fee. They also know that they're able to take advantage of real-time payments when this approval occurs, and they know if the buyer pays them late, they don't pay more, and if the buyer doesn't pay, they keep their payment as long as they've delivered the goods and services as agreed.
Well, as it turns out, I got my first order for $8,000, and we shipped the goods out today.
Hey, Max, way to go. All right, once the goods and services have been shipped, Supply Depot can make a decision whether or not to take advantage of real-time payments. Let's check in with their finance analyst and see what they decide. Actually, his name is also Max.
Well, it looks like we have about $16,000 worth of invoices that I can get paid on now. But payroll goes out on Friday, and I'd really prefer to have this extra cash buffer rather than waiting 30, 60, or 90 days to get paid.
Yeah. So assuming the invoices are verified, which is a risk process that the financial institution controls, configures, and TreviPay executes, then the Supply Depot's payment will go out this evening. You know, small business suppliers will tell you this trumps the net 30, net 60, net 90, net never waiting game. Let's go ahead and switch gears and take a quick peek at the bank's user experience. The network has and serves multiple user personas, product, sales, risk, finance, to name a few. Let's go ahead and talk to a bank's risk analyst and see what he's looking at today. Bet you can guess his name.
It's Max again. So let's look today at today's activity. We still have good availability under our program limit, and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but we have quite a few invoices that have already been approved for payment. I like that our risk team can put an invoice on hold or even decline an invoice payment. Even though these invoices have passed all of our risk-related configurations, it's still a great safeguard. We should have some happy customers tonight because they're going to sleep better knowing they're getting real-time payments.
They sure will, Max. Look, guys, the Small Business Supplier Payments Network is expansive, so let me leave you with a few quick parting thoughts. Number one, the network connects the supplier, their buyers, your institution, and TreviPay as the payments orchestrator. Number two, your institution's in complete control, configuring their program across a set of product, risk, pricing, and distribution configurations. Number three, you can launch a pilot program with zero capital investment and no technology integrations. Finally, the Small Business Supplier Payment Network is designed so that your institutions can access more easily the expansive small business trade credit network in a way that's profitable, safe, and efficient, and also allowing you to tap into what is the largest single growth opportunity in small business banking. Working together, we can make a real change for these small businesses. See us at booth 410, and thanks for your time.